Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Lost Analyst. In today's video, we are diving into a topic that trips up a lot of SQL beginners. Self-joins. It's actually super useful. It's a SQL operation where a table is joined to itself in order to compare or relate rows within the same table. This is especially useful when you are working with hierarchical data, like an employees table where each employee has a manager ID that refers to another employee in the same table. Imagine you have a table that lists every employee in a company. Each row includes their name, a unique ID, and if they report to someone, right, their manager's ID. But here's the interesting part. The manager isn't stored in a separate table. They are just another employee listed somewhere else in the same table. Take Bob, for example, right? It says his manager ID is 1, and that number on its own doesn't tell us much. But if we look further down the same table, we see that employee ID 1 belongs to Alice. And that's how we know Bob reports to Alice. This type of structure is common in real-world data, right? One row points to another row in the same table, and we need to connect the dots. But how do we do that in SQL? How do we match Bob to Alice when they're both in the same table? And the answer is self-join. It's like you created two versions of the same table, one for employees and one for managers. The employee table shows all the usual info, right? Employee ID, name, and manager ID. The manager table, on the other hand, just needs two columns, manager's ID and their name. Right? So now we tell SQL to join these two tables together, match the manager ID from the employee side with the employee ID from the manager side. And the SQL code looks something like this. What's happening here is simple. E is the employee version of the table and M is the manager version of the table, right? And we are telling SQL how to connect them by matching manager IDs to employee ID. It's just like doing a VLOOKUP in Excel where the lookup value is in the manager ID and the result is the manager's name, right? All within the same table. And our final output looks like this. Right? One simple self-join and we have turned a column of IDs into readable relationships, employee and manager side by side. And that's why self-joins are so powerful, because they help you unlock relationships hiding inside a single table, whether it's employees and managers, parent and child category, or social network connections. If rows in a table relate to other rows in the same table, this is how you connect them. And now you know how a self-join works.